Malta avoided the worst of the financial crisis thanks in large part to rapid government intervention, but banks have also played their role in supporting businesses. Joaquim Silva Pinto from Banif Bank Malta is with me to discuss their influence. Joaquim, welcome.
Thank you.
First, give us an overview of the business environment in Malta.
Malta has somehow passed aside from the problem of the global financial crisis in Europe. Number one, because there was effectively a governmental action over there, but also because the financial system could reply very easily and very strongly to it. Malta is economically very supportable. Number two, because there was some improvement in some of the local economy areas and segments, like the financial one, particularly financial services. Also, tourism keep increasing and keep growing, and even some of the sectors which were in Europe very, very much problematic. In Malta, we didn't feel it so much. But also because the small business, the SME, the micro business, which is a sector that supporting itself, is probably the most relevant one, 95% of presence in the global economy of this segment is relevant, important, not only for development, but also to the sustainability of the economical sector itself. So I believe that all this composition of factors have helped and have supported Malta not to be included, but to be excluded from this global European crisis.
And what are banks like Banif doing to support SMEs and startups?
The bank needs to approach clearly the segment, needs to find solutions for the segment, and the bank also needs to be clearly involved with all the entities which are one way or the other supporting it. So that forces the bank to be very much in line with country need. That forces the bank also to be very attentive in all its segments, on the marketing segment, on the risk management segment, on the products development, so that we can arrange the proper solutions, we can arrange the proper agreements, and we can arrange the proper find-outs so that we can be a little bit upfront the need of the final customer, which we try to be all the time.
Now, World Finance has awarded Banif the Best Banking Group in Malta for 2013. So give us your view on the reason behind the bank's success.
I think there are a few reasons. The bank has grown. And the bank has grown based on trust. And trust is something different to achieve. And when I refer trust, I can give you just a very light notice of what has happened recently. The bank in February this year started celebrating its 5th anniversary in Malta. And by that, we were telling the population we are on our 5th anniversary. And most of the public that we were contacting by then were very surprised with the fact. And we're saying that they were not really looking to the bank as a bank with 5 years. It looks Banif has been here forever, for much longer than that. This means trust to the bank, and this is very important and very relevant to us. On the other hand, it also comes out of permanent study for the best options and the best solutions for the market. So the bank is always trying to be, as I said a few months ago, a step ahead the need so that we can clearly find the best solutions and we can have the market happy with the bank. That is the reason why people believe the bank is there forever and the bank is there for much longer than it has been.
Tell us more about your performance in the last year.
The bank performance, using the June to June reference because it's most updated one, the bank had total growth of about 53% in global assets of the bank, 71% in deposits, 13% in the loans portfolio of the bank. Even the client's portfolio has grown by about 23-24%. So it means that the bank kept very good performance, considering that there is not space, or there should not be space for very large improvements in terms of total of the portfolios. The bank has a plan. The plan is there. We are fulfilling it. We are growing on it, growing the network of branches, growing the number of teams in the business center opportunity approaches, also being very much dedicated to the SMEs area, which, as it could be seen, it's a very important one in Malta, and the bank is adjusting itself with a very specific unit of microbusiness to the segment itself. So all this success is there also very much based on the team quality, the team level of the bank.
You've talked about the importance to grow your network. What else can you tell us about your current strategy and also the future plans for the bank?
The future plans for the bank is to achieve around 10% of market share, is naturally still to increase a little bit more the number of points of sale of the bank, is also probably to adjust the bank to one or two new segments that might happen or might appear, but keeping the bank in a full-fledged offer in the country. The bank will be naturally moving over and above, keeping is very soundless and very strong support in his administration, being very careful on his risk management all the time. CSR is very important for us too, but looking into the future in a very prudent, but at the same time in a very ambitious way. And I used to say to all my colleagues when we started the project that one of the first things to conquer was the right to grow. So we say we want to grow up to 10% size. That is our target. But I strongly believe personally we'll be growing as much as the market will allow us to.
Joaquim, thank you.
Thank you very much.